Hey, good morning, fellas. It's the 22nd of October. This one is for the ladies. It's in the 60s. It's just absolutely great. It's a little after 5. I don't know what time it is actually, but I want to put this video out. I keep getting sent videos from women who are just starting their YouTube channel here on YouTube. Yeah, they're just starting their channel here on YouTube. And they're talking from everything on how to find a man, dating over 40. And the one thing all of these women have in common is they don't have any men's opinion. Now, I was asked to do this video, so I'm going to do it. And I can only do it based on my perspective. I'll give you a little bit of background on me. I am 59, 6'2". Actually, I'm a little shorter than that, but that's what I claim with shoes on. With shoes on, I'm well over 6'2". Heeled shoes, dress shoes. There we go. Yeah, or a boot. Anyways, stay in good shape. I'm wealthy. I don't have any children. I stopped working in 2012 for the second time. Means I retired twice. I'll never have to worry about money the rest of my life. I've made sure of that. What I can tell you is that over 90%, at least 90% of women that are from 18 to 35 are utterly delusional about their ability to attract the man they want. Now, the man that would marry them and give them a good life, a really good life, meaning he would love them, lay his life down for her, has already been in her life for years, and she can't just see him because she's always looking at Chad and Tyrone and Miguel, and let me see, give me another one, Choi, or Muhammad. I'm trying to cover all the bases. They've been standing right here, ladies, right here in front of your face. It was just me checking in back of me, and you can't see him because he doesn't fit your princess queen dreams of what a man's supposed to be. And rather than concentrating on a man around your age, someone that'll love you and take care of you and help you and build with you, you want to show up at the finish line and just take your pick. Like guys like me are just standing around waiting for you to show up and just pick one of us out of the crowd. That's not how it works, Lee. Here's the other thing. Some of the other things. Most of you are, if not obese, you're at least 15 to 50 pounds overweight. To find a healthy, attractive, sane woman over 40 and attempt to date her is practically impossible. When I moved here in 2016 from Manassas, Virginia to El Paso, Texas, I went on over 300 dates. Out of my pocket, I spent $15,000 dating, trying to find a wife. I was looking for a wife. I cannot tell you. Hey, here's the other thing. If you have children, you don't qualify. It's not my fault. You have children. And you're not getting me to bear the brunt of not only having to deal with you and your insecurities, but to have to deal with another man and an entire another family, as well as 1 or 2, sometimes 3 to 5 different personalities from your kids. And oh, by the way, a lot of you have more than one baby daddy. So you just don't qualify. All of you need to get out of line. And you can talk about that football player. I think he's a quarterback for the Steelers now. Whatever. The other thing is, if you've had 2 or 3 children by natural childbirth, and I know this to be a fact, I'm not a little guy in any sense of the word. And if you roll up on a single mom with kids, she's had natural childbirth, you as a man physically are competing with 6 to 8 pounds, maybe even 10 to 12 pounds of baby. And it ends up being like throwing a hot dog down the hallway, ladies. I mean, it's all loose. You don't take care of yourself. And the sex is bad. And that's about at least half of the times I'd ghost a girl. You'd be like, fuck that. On top of that, this is the bare minimum you must be able to provide as a woman, especially if you're over 35 and 40. The higher in age it goes, the worse, the more things you have to provide. It is physically dangerous for a man to be in a relationship with a woman nowadays. She can call the cops and ruin your fucking life. Or ladies, you can call the cops and ruin that man's life. For what? Because you got mad at him? And you tell him later, I didn't mean it? Fuck that. The bare minimum for you to get married, you have to sign a prenuptial agreement. I'll say that again, so you don't think I stuttered. Ladies, the bare minimum you have to do is sign a prenuptial agreement saying that everything you build together is yours to split equally. Everything you brought to the marriage is for yours to keep. Everything he brings to the marriage is his to keep. So you don't get half of my shit, because you are rewarded nowadays for divorcing a guy, finding some sucker, marrying him and getting divorced. That's the first part, prenup. Second part is, you got to be able to pass a credit check in front of me. I was one of the things that how I eliminated at least 40% of the women. There was one woman, I think her name is, I can't remember her name. Fuck off. She was from Sweden and that, whatever. She had 2 kids. Husband was a lawyer. I can't remember her name right now to save my life. They're finishing up the wall. There's the stones and the stuff. I'm coming up here to the halfway point. Anyway, she asked me to help her with some of the paperwork because I used to do legal work for her divorce. Mir. Her last name's Mir. I believe her first name is Tina. She had over $35,000 in credit card debt. She hadn't had a job in decades. There's no fucking way a guy like me is tying my cart to that. That's a sinking ship. That is, it's not the way it's gonna work. And what it also shows you is that woman already had a bite at the apple. Now her husband went from being a very powerful attorney in the Mexican culture to a fucking crackhead, self-destructed. And that left her assed out. It's not my fault. I'm not sitting behind glass in case of an emergency. You can break the glass and I'm gonna come in and save the day. Those days are long gone, ladies. Number 3, minimum requirement for you to have a man in your life. Maybe after you sign the prenup, after you pass the credit check, you have to pass the physical. And if you show up as obese, nobody cares if you're big boned. Oh, I got a big butt, I got big boobs. So what? Nobody cares about that. If you can't pass the physical, you're disqualified. Here's the other thing. In writing, I have it in writing that my wife pays half of all of the bills that we incur as we're married. She does it willingly. The trade-off was, if she passed, and she did pass. I'm getting out of sync, so let me show you. The other thing is, ladies, you have to have a job. Your job cannot be your children. And at age 40, they're on their way out the door. You have to pay you have to have a job, and you have to be able to pay 50% of every bill we have. That's a light bill. It's a grocery bill. That's the electrical bill. That's better than 100% of paying every fucking bill by yourself. Yet, you ladies balk at that. The ladies want traditional treatment, and you're not a traditional woman. None of you can cook. My wife can cook. Holy shit. My suegra, which is mother-in-law in Spanish. My God, that woman's amazing. She changed my entire opinion about women and why I'm taking the time to talk to some of you ladies, and of course you dating coaches, that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And here I'm going to segue into you dating coaches and you girls that are going to make it happen for women older, 40 years and older. You have to have a stable of men ready to go on dates with these women. If you don't already have that figured out, and you don't have at least mid-range to high-range men who you can match up with somebody, you don't have shit. You're just another person with an opinion on YouTube. So don't come in here talking about how you're going to help them. You're not a dating coach. You're just wasting somebody's fucking time hoping they pay you some money. Because you probably don't have a fucking job. Alright. So we've covered the prenup. We've covered the credit check. We've covered the physical. And now we covered paying the bills and having an actual job. My wife's one of the directors at the local hospital here. That was a requirement. She had to have a job. The other thing is, you can't embarrass me, ladies. You cannot embarrass me, which means if you've been humping everybody in your city for the last 30, 40 years, you don't qualify. I'm not interested in being your guy. Guy's coming. He's rolling too, so I'm going to get out of the way. Morning. He was rolling. Anyways, you have to stay in shape. I can't have you on my arm at the country club, at Governor Abbott's mansion. I can't have you fly you out to San Antonio to be at the Joe Rogan Experience at the mothership. Fly us both out there. Guys walking up to you, oh yeah, I know who you, oh yeah, I remember you, remember me? Fuck that. I don't want any part of that. And if that's how you move, you've already had your bite at the apple. So get out of line and get out of the way. The other thing is, you have to understand what a man wants. And there's where we have the break with reality in modern women. They don't have a clue what a guy wants. And they don't give a shit because they've been told their whole lives that we're the prize. I'm the prize. I have a vagina and boobs. I'm the prize. You're just one of, what is it? There's more women than men. I had tons of women to choose from. I turned down orthopedic surgeon. I turned down a nurse. I turned down a police lieutenant. I mean, and a lot of you women are too fucking masculine. Morning, sir. That would be almost like a military required, the greeting of the day. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, nice. What a dick. Anyways. So, you can tell I'm a little amped up. But you're just absolutely delusional. Look in the mirror, put a bikini on, or be naked in front of the mirror and look at your body. That's what you're offering when you partake in sex with the man. And men will hit just about anything. Men will hit a donut if it's not moving. So don't act like you're special. You don't have some special move that none of us have seen. Get the fuck out of here. If you cannot satisfy the wants emotionally, physically, or spiritually of a man that you want, you don't qualify. That's it. And I cannot believe how offended so many women nowadays get that they don't qualify. And you got people out here trying to make money off of you, ladies, by telling you they're a coach. What the fuck qualifies you to be a coach? Huh? Kevin Samuels had a stable of high-value men. He would hook up with good, high-value women. It was one of the greatest things in my life I ever saw. God bless that man. I hope he's enjoying himself in the afterlife, because he's no longer with us. He is the GOAT, in my opinion. Kevin Samuels. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. And most of you have a bad fucking attitude, acting like you're all that in a bag of chips. If you're all that in a bag of chips, over 40, why are you single? Now, if you're a widow, I understand, and my condolences. But again, if you're a widow out there looking for another man, you're asking that guy to live with the ghost of the man who passed on, and that's just not going to happen. I could tell you about the woman with the hummingbird tattoo above her ass. She was insane. Absolutely insane. And too many of you are too fucking short for a guy my size. I can't fucking dance. You can't even hold your hand without bending down. So, before you guys go off acting like you know what men want, the only way you know what men want is if you have a stable of us guys hoping that we can get introduced to some of your beautiful friends. That's it. So stop trying to help women when you can't help yourself. All right? Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. And if you can't, you have to take care of yourself. I'm stalling going up this hill. So anyways, like a fart in a G-string, West Texas, El Paso, I'm out of here. And if I, at age 59, can get my ass up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get everything ready, get dressed, throw my tennis shoes on, throw my pedometer on, get out here and exercise, so can you, ladies. Running around 50 pounds, minimum 50 pounds overweight, talking about what you want. Shh, fuck out of here. Bye-bye, guys.